most of us doesn't realize, we don't realize that this is happening with us. It's not that in real this is happening, but you don't really recognize because you are just not giving too much attention to it. The moment you will realize or give it an attention, okay, this is really important to have this particular result or give my best. To give your best, the process is must follow. Because तभी एक अच्छा टेस्टी डिलीशियस फूड निकलेगा, अच्छा टेस्टी डिलीशियस रिजल्ट निकलेगा. Otherwise, however, like keep doing, you won't be able to get the right result. You need to be very much focused or determined in your own goals. Okay, this, if I want to achieve this, I have to follow this religiously. No one else is gonna come here and like, hey, tum ye karo. In exam, no one is gonna come and say, not even me, not even your parents, not even your classmates. It's you who's going to do that. So, ya to at least start understanding the value of it, or just forget about what exactly you are targeting to. All right. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, what do you think the Uceed evaluators like want to see in their students? Like to be very functional based or to be very creative?
Okay, good question. So, first of all, I'm gonna answer this question. Okay, but before that, I'm gonna ask you that being a creative student, what exactly you think that you should be focusing on at first place?
Sir, as far as my knowledge, I believe that functionality comes first.
Okay.
Because without functionality, what will we do with the aesthetics?
True. Amazing. Yes.
That's it, sir.
Yes. So you answered already. So as we know, there's no particular syllabus to be followed in creative field. That is how the functionality comes first. Forms follow function. Like अगर function नहीं होगा तभी तो मतलब तब तक वो form का कोई value नहीं रहेगा. Let's say if I have this particular marker in the shape of what I can say, a bottle. Will I be able to write on the whiteboard? Functionality is supposed to be at first place and then aesthetics, right?
Yes,
If a guy is too handsome, let's say he's amazing in looking, but if he has no purpose or no, he has no brain, how to talk to someone, how where to talk to what to talk to someone, no purpose, right? There's no functionality in it. It's just a beauty, and no one is going to value that beauty. I'm just giving an example, right? Let's say if you have a chicken curry, good looking chicken curry, I'm just giving a random example, guys, and that particular is chicken curry is not having taste, are you gonna eat it? Will you be able to digest it?
No. No, sir.
No, sir.
It doesn't have a good or balanced taste of salt. Or there is no salt at all. Will you be able to eat rice or chapati with that?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, definitely, right? So that's what I'm saying. you are the first person to evaluate your own answer. They are just coming with their requirement. Okay, if you have attempted any question, first they will see what was your observation while you, or what was the first imagination that you, or why exactly you attempted that question. Okay, they have that particular experience, and those things come with their experience. Let's say if one of you are going to write a test paper, as soon as I am gonna see the paper, I'll be able to understand what exactly you guys were thinking at that particular moment. So they know what exactly you think. So you should be knowing what you are trying to do in the paper. How exactly you're gonna achieve that? By following the process. It's not so hard. It's simple. It's very simple. Once you will be able to take it light by following this, you will have already completed or done half of your task even before the exam. Right? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
I don't think so. Hello?
Yes.
I can't see all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
sir.
Okay. So, how many of you are very tensed right now about the exam? Now I'm visible. Yes. Yeah. Every time do I need to knock the door of to speak? No, right? Are you guys very tensed about the exam?
No, sir.
No?
A bit, sir.
Okay, a bit. Someone said no. Okay. Who's very tensed about the exam? Confused whether should I answer or not. Guys, see, this is very simple. You are not supposed to take any pressure, because pressure is not gonna solve the question. Process is gonna solve the question. That is one. Second thing, you are supposed to only focus on one single seat. You're not supposed to be worried about the kind, like all the seats available in the different centers. Second. Third, you are very much individual personality. Your creative ability is much different than any other student what you see around. Some of you finds like, hey, someone is like too good at rendering and you are very much function person. It's not important all the time that that person is good or this person is good. It's about how much you are good as an individual, or how much you are confident about your own work style that you do. And no one else is gonna come for you to do that. You need to find, you need to rectify, you need to come up with your own process. This is one good process of simple technique which can give you the best result. You might come up with the process which can help you even much better than this. Why not? Creativity doesn't have one single process. If you are good enough, if you're confident about your own work, you may find your own way of handling things or following things or making your own process. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes. Any questions so far? No?
sir, in which part we can focus more?
Okay. So when I say in which part, so see again, there's no particular part that they are going to ask. Okay. When I say there's no particular part, which means they might ask, you need to visualize yourself as a fish, which means fishy eye, visualize with a fishy eye uh, of a space like, a railway station, maybe, right? So you need to be very much observative. Okay, agar meko, if somebody is, if the question is going to be like this, if the question is be curious, don't take stress. When I say be curious, which means if I'm having a bottle like this, how or what are the different ways that I can use this? Explore, observe, experience. If 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 somebody asks me, okay, there's a paper, cloth clip, right? What do you say? I'm not getting the right word for that.
Stapler.
Sorry?
Stapler.
Stapler, not a stapler. No, I'm saying the जो हम लोग कपड़े सुखाने के लिए यूज करते हैं.
Hanger.
Sorry?
Clip, cloth clip.
Cloth clip. But there's a particular term that we use for that.
Hanger.
Anyways, okay. Let's say cloth clip, right? And you must have seen there is n number of different ways of using cloth clips, right? Some cloth clips comes with the center spring system. Some cloth clips comes with the wooden back springs, which actually have a different ways of using it. But the functionality is same, right? So unless and until if you have not visualized or experienced these different type of products, you won't be able to make a justification or use the same sort of functionality in some other product. अगर visualization नहीं है तो आप express नहीं कर पाओगे. You cannot mix two different visualization if you haven't visualized things at all. How Steve Jobs came with the smartphone or screen touch phone. He visualized people dancing and experiencing the feeling in the air. Bharatanatyam. You see the expression of a dancer while they dance, right? Correct? That was just an observation. But someone used that observation because it's a behavior. Somebody creates a face to express some emotion. That particular person thought if someone can express by their expression and somebody is sitting on the chair and understanding that particular emotion, which means a human behavior is very much smart, which means they can have some device where a person can interact and create their own emotion, have their own expression. So ultimately what I mean to say is you're supposed to be very much observative. आपको pressure नहीं लेना. You're not supposed to take pressure in from today to until exam or throughout the journey of life, to be very honest. If you are good learner, you'll be just observing throughout the journey of life. If a faculty, like you guys are like, okay, right now I'm a student, then today only I have to observe. No, if a good learner will be learning throughout his journey, which means wherever you are walking, whoever you are meeting, whatever you are eating, whatever you are looking at, everything is supposed to be consumed as an information. When I say visualization, which means you don't put one word from this ear and take it from this ear. You don't just see and just ignore. No. When I say observe, observation have 5 different senses: smell, taste, visualize, touch, see, right? So every senses is supposed to be very much active to be a creative person. It's not easy, but it's not that hard. Am I clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what was today's learning? What exactly we learned today? Guys, please speak. Speak. Can I have one question?
Yes, sir.
All of you have paid the fees, right? If I'm not wrong. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
It's not free, right?
No, sir.
The class is not free, right?
No, sir.
So why you're not you asking any question? Why you guys are so shy, even saying a single word yes or no, or being interactive in this session? I'm not talking to a wall. I'm not talking to just a camera. I'm trying to talk to you, all of you. And since you guys have paid your money, someone who just tried putting their heart and brain to earn that money. So why don't you use that particular effort while you are in this class? Understand the value of everything. So, any questions so far? Any question or anything that you want to ask?
Sir, paper
sir.
discuss करेंगे.
One by one, one by one. Yes.
Sir, paper discuss करेंगे.
हाँ, कल करेंगे ना.
Okay, sir.
See, paper is not important. The important is the personality that I want to bring out from like whatever is there inside you, a creative person. Paper, to be very honest, मैं बताऊं, if a person really wants to crack the exam, they can crack within 5 days. Not even 5 days. 2 दिन में आराम से आप crack कर सकते हो exam. If you really have a great determination towards the goal that you have targeted. But it depends on you. All right.
Yes, sir.
First thing first, you need to trust your own gut. If you really want to do it, you will be able to do it. Is it that you need to be confident about the whatever the process that you have learned, whatever the tools that you have learned. And that is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not the question, it's the observation, it's the tool, it's the learning that is going to pay you back while you are using everything in right amount while cooking something. I hope I'm making sense to all of you. If I'm talking just like this, then there's no. Is it making sense to all of you or just to few?
Yes, sir, it's making sense.
Right?
Yes.
So, any questions so far? No question.
सर सीट के पेपर में सर डूडल का क्वेश्चन आता है सर, वो सॉल्व कर ऐसा कैसे सॉल्व करते हो वो बताएं.
कौन सा वाला पेपर?
सर सीट के सर आफ्टर 2020 सर डूडल के क्वेश्चन आते हैं सर पेपर में सर.
डूडल.
हम्म.
Can you elaborate when you say doodle? Do they?
सर
हम्म.
सर बॉक्सेस दिए होते हैं सर 5-10 बॉक्सेस, वहां पर सर कुछ लाइन ऐसे ज्योमेट्रिक फिगर्स होते हैं सर, उनको सर यूज करके सर कंप्लीट एक कंपोजिशन बनाना होता है. एनिमल होगा, ऑब्जेक्ट होगा, लैंडस्केप, कुछ भी सर.
So they, which means you mean to say they'll give you boxes like this, right?
हाँ.
And उसके अंदर dots already बने होते हैं. Is
डॉट्स
it?
नहीं सर, कुछ ऐसे रैंडम फिगर जैसे कुछ एक कार्व लाइन, कहीं पर बॉक्स, ट्रायंगल, वो सब होगा.
अच्छा, just like this, random.
हम्म.
And they'll ask you to create certain things with this,
हाँ
or
सर.
you just need to create certain things with this.
सर कुछ बनाना होता है, ऐसा कंप्लीट कंपोजिशन एक बनाना होता है यूजिंग दिस एलिमेंट्स.
Okay. So do they mention any particular? See, I know what exactly the question will be. I'm trying to understand your understanding of the question first.
कुछ लिमिटेशन नहीं है सर, जनरली सर एनीथिंग सर, एनीथिंग फ्रॉम एन ऑब्जेक्ट टू अ फुल लैंडस्केप.
So do they mention what exactly you are supposed to create with using this? No.
नो सर. सर ऑप्शन में सर ऐसे क्वेश्चन मेंशन होता है कि ऑब्जेक्ट हो सकता है, एनिमल हो सकता है, ऐसे कुछ भी हो सकता
हो सकता है, right? अब again, it's very much easy कि आपको कोई भी रैंडम लाइंस दिया जाएगा, right?
है. यस सर.
You can imagine anything, but what you will be imagining if you have not visualized thing? Again, the circle will come back to this thing. अगर आप कुछ भी देखे नहीं हो, अभी आपको मैं बोलूं, you don't have to think about elephant. You don't have to think about elephant. Can you imagine elephant?
यस सर.
But you don't have to imagine an elephant. But you're still imagining elephant, right?
यस सर.
Yes? Why? Because you have seen elephant. Correct? So, unless and until आपने वो चीज देखा नहीं है, तो वो चीज समझ में नहीं आएगा. तो you just need to see different things around. ये क्वेश्चन भी उतना हार्ड नहीं है. You just need to be very much open all the time with your eyes, like कि okay, anything what I will get, I can create shape. When I say anything, animal हो सकता है, space हो सकता है, space rocket हो सकता है. Why don't you just go out of the box? Correct?
यस सर.
आप spaceship बना सकते हो, galaxy बना सकते हो. I'm not saying these are the only ultimate thing that you can do, but at least use your imagination and the observation that you have done so far in your day-to-day life. Okay, how exactly someone came up with the screen touch phone just in the same form, like flat screen or slim particular this kind of shape? Why someone thought of it?
So problems.
Problems? What problems?
So interactivity की problem.
क्या?
Interactivity की problem थी. So sir.
Interaction, right? Interaction. Which means this particular product is supposed to be portable. That is one. This particular product is supposed to be light in weight so that person can keep it in their pocket. Second, this particular product is supposed to be very much handy so that a person can hold it even with one single hand. this particular product is supposed to be slim or thin enough where they should not feel weight in their hand while using it.
Yes, sir.
Right? These are the functionality. And that's how they came up with an idea. Okay, if you are not able to understand the functionality, you won't be able to give the best design solution. Or if you're not understanding the way you have to design, you won't be able to understand the functionality. So both of them are interlinked. And how exactly this is going to come? Unless and until if you have not visualized or you have not been in your right present mind in the space that you live in.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
I hope you understood. Definitely, we will solve the question, but I hope you are getting what I meant to say.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. So this is it. I guess no one else has question. Nemo, Mahesh Babu, Manneet.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, our sketching part is like 60 marks. So, sir, is it possible that if we focus more on sketching part and then half, like, I've faced problem in like solving questions with maths, like question based on maths. So, can I still get into best college, sir? If I only focus on sketching and um, on my strengths for the GAT part?
Yeah, to be very honest, you need to balance the parts, like whether it is GAT or CAT, whether it is creative part or the general ability part, which means maths or reasoning or English or all those things. It is a common sense exam. Like
Yes.
again, when I say creative, creativity also not comes from Mars, or it doesn't come with just a visualization. If you have not enough logic in your brain, you won't be able to be creative.
Yes,
So
sir.
even while solving a math, you are being a creative person. When I say creative person, how do you know which question is supposed to be followed by any formula or any specific formula? Because you are creative enough in your subconscious brain. You just need to be practicing everything, which means not worrying a lot, but observing a lot.
Yes, sir.
All right. So see, what is important is you don't need to worry about okay, how much, which part I'm supposed to be focusing on more or something like that. It doesn't work like this. It's more of I have to balance both. Whether I'm good or not, you have to balance.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Sir, actually, I solved a mock paper, and out of 240, I got 111. So, sir, is it good marks?
Yeah, not really, but you can do better. You
Sir,
might.
actually, I'm a crash course student, so I've joined very late. That's why, sir. I
See,
face problem in a lot of
if you are
questions.
a crash course student, then you need to see previous papers, and try to understand the analogy of question first. You don't need to really solve the question, but understand the analogy ki kya जानना चाह रहे हैं, what exactly they are trying to ask. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Once, okay, so how many of you have done the analysis ki if somebody is asking a question with respect to understanding, with respect to a space, let's say bedroom or railway station, so what exactly they are trying to understand by giving you a questions like this? Why do they ask this kind of question?
सर रियल लाइफ में कितनी एक्सपीरियंस है?
Sorry?
सर रियल लाइफ में कितनी एक्सपीरियंस है वो देखने के लिए.
So basically, how much this person is present all the time in the reality, right?
Yes sir.
Correct?
Yes sir.
If a person doesn't know how a elephant look like, he or she won't be able to draw it. See, everything is simple. You just need to do the analysis first and then realize whether you are doing right or wrong. Question solve karna is not the ultimate thing. The thing is, you need to understand why someone asked this sort of question. Then if you'll follow this process, you'll be good enough to crack the exam. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
All right. Mukesh ji? Mukesh ji? कितने बजे तक है क्लासेस? क्लास कितने बजे? 8:30. Okay. So any question with respect to today's class understanding? What was the purpose of today's class?
Sir, trick to solve paper.
Sorry, can you come again?
Sir, trick to solve paper.
Yes. So today's session was more about how you are going to approach the entire exam. That is one. Second thing, how exactly you're going to crack the or solve the question. That was second. Third thing, which is the most important part, is nothing but how exactly you are supposed to be carrying a characteristic while you are giving the exam. It's not too hard. You need to be calm at first place, so that you will be giving or understanding the question first, following the process at right place, and then giving the best solution out of it. Again, as I said, there's nothing right or wrong. It's just what is the best understanding or best observation that you have, and with those observation or best understanding, but what is the best solution that you are providing? Am I clear?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
Sir,
yeah.
sir, can you help me out with the questions of drawing? Like, I have solved 2-3 mock papers here, and then, sir, I wanted to know what type of drawing questions are there in Uceed.
Okay. So definitely, there is no followed syllabus, but you need to be very much open in terms of I would say ki experience more different products. When I say product, they might ask to imagine a stapler to be scaled, at 10 times and reimagine the product. Let's say if there's a stapler and you have used it, right? If you are going to just enlarge that product in 10 times, What kind of product that you can imagine that would be, or how exactly that can be used? Can you?
No clue, sir.
Sorry?
No clue, sir.
No clue. It's a simple question. It can be a sitting space with a springiness into it. Swinging, maybe, right? Or it can be used to just someone sits and used it to pump in a space like water. Or you can use that particular thing to use it in water dispensary. So how exactly you are using these techniques small. अब उसका major function क्या है? Spring, right? And punching.
Okay.
Correct? But when they ask multiply the shape of it at 10 times, they are not asking you to remain the functionality as it is. They're just saying the shape. So shape can be used anyway, right? It can be sitting space, it can be or just to
So बुलडोजर का फ्रंट भी हो सकता है.
क्या?
बुलडोजर का फ्रंट भी हो सकता है सर, स्प्रिंग फंक्शन का यूज.
Exactly. If you have question, please type in the chat now. If you don't want to speak out, just type in the chat.
सर प्रॉब्लम आइडेंटिफिकेशन का क्वेश्चन कैसे सॉल्व करना है?
जैसे कि
सर सपोज इंडियन जो टाइपिकल रेलवे स्टेशन होता है पूरा क्राउडेड, उसका एक इमेज दिया होता है एंड देन क्वेश्चन है कि identify 10 unique design problems you face as a passenger or a user in an Indian railway station. मतलब ऐसे सिचुएशन में आप कैसे ऐसे 10
again very much. So when you read the question, while reading the question you are giving me the answer. 10 problem or 10 best solution of a space, वो कहां से आएगा? आप क्रिएट नहीं करोगे. If you have never visited a railway station, how will you create a problem?
Yes, sir.
Right? Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, sir.
So, okay, definitely most of you would have traveled by train or must have visited on the Indian railway platforms or Indian rail, right?
Yes, sir.
What was the major issues that you followed? Definitely Indian Railway is working hard to solve each and every small unique ideas coming with this and that. But obviously it's a huge ecosystem. It's Indian Railway is not a small bus company that they can just implement something which is just proposed. They are doing things slowly, but they're taking inputs. But when someone asks a questions like this, you need to revisit your thought to that particular space. Okay, while I was at railway station, what I felt which was wrong. Okay, if somebody wanted to go there was a train supposed to be departed in 5 minutes, and my train is on 10th platform number 10 and I'm at platform number 1. How exactly or how fast I can go from platform number 1 to 10? Is that a problem? It's an extreme level of or edge case, but it is still a problem. right? How you can solve it? So this is how you need to recollect your thoughts, recollect your visitings, or if you have already visited in that particular space, then jot it down. Okay, this is what I have visualized, or this is what kind of problem that I faced, and I think according to me this is a problem because one is not able to do this particular thing while they are having that particular problem. When you are in sleeper or third AC, so a person whose seat is the top upper, right? What do you say? Upper berth, right? And then while they have to climb up, and if that particular berth is deployed or given to 80-year or 70-year-old man, how exactly that person can climb? Can we have a better solution to it? So while booking the ticket, can we generate the AI so that they can recognize the age and they can book that particular berth only between from 20 to 45? That can be done. That is one of the best solution, since we are using AI and everything everywhere. Second thing, can we have a better system so anyone, be it child, be it 80-year-old man or 100-year-old man, can just be like climb up and go and sit there? Correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is how you need to validate your question. This is how you need to attempt the question. This is how you need to go beyond after the question. And that's how you're going to answer any of the question asked in the exam. Okay, next. Hello. Do we have any question? One second. So tomorrow we will be solving questions, previous paper and everything. So make sure all of you are going to be ready. Before asking the question, sir ki iska solution kya hoga ya isko kaise approach karenge, you need to be very much sure that what exactly they are trying to ask in the question at first place. Instead of thinking about the answer, think about the question first. Hana?
Yes,
Clear?
yes,
Just a second, I'll be back. All right, guys, if you have no questions or any further discussion, we can take paper. Do we have questions coming from YouTube, Mukesh? Yes, sir. Do we have question coming from YouTube?
Students, sorry. If you have any question, you can ask us regarding the Ceed or Uceed examination. He's expert and he's from IIT Bombay. So he can give you all the answer to you all your queries.
Sir,
If you have also questions regarding time management and all, or to solve any question, he will give you the brief.
sir, sir. Hello, sir. Sir, actually, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to know, sir, how much percentage should I score to get into IIT Bombay, sir?
For that, you need to get in touch with Krishna sir because I don't follow the marks part because I don't really believe in getting this center or that center. To be very honest, if you are eligible and creative enough, whichever center you will be at, you'll be doing the best. So I don't really believe in that. And to be very honest, if you ask me, I never prepared for the exam itself. I was just sharing the, my experiences of undergraduation while I was in NIFT Bangalore. I used to come here. I used to share their thoughts, share the experiences, and that's how I prepared the exam. So, if you're just really focusing on the centers, different colleges, and it's not gonna make any difference. But to satisfy your parent, to satisfy the society, you need to go rank a good marks to do better in this thing. तो मैं यही बोलूंगा अल्टीमेटली कि आपको फोकस करना है कि ऑब्जर्वेशन एंड विजुअलाइजेशन पे जितना ज्यादा फोकस कर सकते हो, यू विल बी getting more and more marks there. Try to be calm and see others work, understand, look at the paper, analyze the question, understand the question. Don't run behind center and all these things, marks and everything right now. That is not the concern. That is not at all your concern. Your concern is like, even if you have less time, you need to be able to manage the time in exam. That is what is supposed to be by understanding by you. आपको कॉलेज और मार्क्स और वो उसका टेंशन नहीं होना चाहिए एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. आपको एग्जाम में टाइम मैनेजमेंट कैसे करना है, दैट इज व्हाट इज सपोज्ड टू बी योर कंसर्न, नथिंग एल्स. ऑलराइट.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
मृदुल.
Yes, sir.
Any question? Sujit, Mahesh Babu.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So on YouTube we have one question: how to manage time while drawing if there's two questions of color? Two questions of colors. I didn't get you, so I'll answer the question how to manage the time. So time management in the exam is very much clear. First of all, go through all the questions first. It's very much needed, because if you're not going through all the questions at first place, you won't be able to understand which question is supposed to be attempted at first place, and which question is going to take more time, and how much you are good at solving hard question first or easy question first. So you need to balance that thing on your by understanding on your own strength, whether I'm good at solving the hard question first or the easiest question first, so that you can give more time to the hard one, or the hard one so that you can do the rest of the easiest question in the end. Depends. So approach is supposed to be yours. Is that you need to understand all these, processes. So that is one. While drawing, if there are two question of colors. So yeah, please, if you have questions, you can ask, but elaborate what exactly you're trying to ask. Avinash, sir, can you share any tip to manage the time while drawing? Tip while drawing. It's very easy, right? If you are following the process, there's no other tip to give at this stage, because you already have different tools. When I say tools, which means perspective, isometric, composition understanding, hand draw, like free hand drawing. So always, these are the things that you're supposed to be very much, this thing. Last but not least, आपको अभी से until the exam, you are supposed to be practicing one thing very much for sure is line practicing. Freely जितना practice कर सकते हो करो. It will give you best confidence and have a more confidence on your line quality. Even आपके पास कम time है, and if you're good, if you have good enough imagination in your brain, you'll be able to execute it very fast. So this is one of the great thing that you can do abhi, at least even if you're practicing for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or half an hour in a day, that is good enough for you to manage the time in the exam. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right, Mukesh ji. Yes. So I guess we can conclude the class.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, students, for joining this class. And thank you, viewers on the YouTubes. If you have any queries, you can drop down our message in the comment box. We will reach out to you.